But it's a pleasure to kick off our first guest of the year. She's the Economic Development Senior Project Manager. That's a mouthful. Please welcome from SRP, Karla Moran. Karla, come on up.
Morning.
Good to have you here. Welcome.
Pleasure, thank you.
You bet. And by the way, Mike Picard, we'll see him later, tried to call me and have my phone go off.
Someone tried to.
Mike, it doesn't, see, I just look stupid. I turned mine off first. $20 fine, Mike Picard. Karla, welcome to Mesa Morning Live. Thanks for being here. You're with SRP. So, now, can I call it SRP or would you prefer Salt River Project?
In market, I usually say SRP. Out of market, I have to kind of explain because people don't really understand.
Okay, cool.
So, yeah.
Well, I say SRP because, well, I'm lazy, but also, I think you're right. Everybody in market knows who you guys are.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about yourself. What's your history? What's your background?
So I've been in economic development now for 15 years. I started off at the state, doing international business for the state. And then I went to another community called Gilbert, and now I'm at SRP. So I've done a little bit tour of economic development, but it's interesting to see projects at each different level. It takes a whole team to get a project over the finish line, so it's been really nice to be able to sit at different seats at the table. So,
well, our theme today is kind of like economic development in Mesa. How does SRP fit into that?
Well, Mesa keeps us really busy. Mesa is a big city, and there's a lot of opportunity in Mesa. The team in Mesa has done a wonderful job of preparing the community for growth. The ecosystem here is by far one of the best in class. We have ASU, MCC, all the community colleges, all the great K through 12 here. Mesa Chamber has done a lot to help with the ecosystem. And so having that accompanied with the city has helped create a vibrant ecosystem that companies want to come and do business. And it's taken notice on a national level. There's a lot of national companies now looking at Mesa, seriously wanting to do business here. And it's great to have such a wonderful city that we can tout when we travel.
So when a business is thinking about starting or relocating to Mesa, what kind of relationship do you have with that at SRP to make that all happen?
So I'm kind of like the concierge service of SRP. There's 5,000 people work at SRP. So I'm not an expert in half our business, but I know who the experts are. So I try to make sure our experts are at the table. So learning what the company needs, what they want, how they want to grow. A lot of the companies now have sustainable goals, so making sure that they understand that we want to help them and try to accomplish what their goals are. So my goal is really to get the A team at SRP around the table to help them accomplish their goals.
You mentioned that Mesa is very attractive for businesses wanting to come in. Are there any, off the top of your head, that are big businesses or businesses we've heard of that you'd like to share with?
I would love to, but I'd probably get in trouble because I have a couple of NDAs with a lot of them, so yeah. First,
come on, it's just look around.
Small, legal would probably not be extremely excited if I talk to you, but yeah. One of the first orders of business with most of the companies is we have to sign NDAs, which is kind of now par for the course, and so they have those fun project names that make no sense, and so most of the time they're like.
There's a lot of top secret stuff going on.
There is a lot.
Now, once they're here, of course, you can disclose.
Yes.
Then it goes the other way. Then you want to get the.
Then it's blabbermouth, right? Like loose lips. We're happy to share it.
Okay, well, so who are some recent companies that you've worked with that are now here, and we can talk about them?
Well, Niagara's a big one that was here that we worked with. Dexcom. I'm trying to think of some other ones in Mesa. Able's been growing, so that's a big one for us. We work with existing companies that are growing also. So Piper Plastics. So we usually mostly get involved with clients that are power intensive, since sometimes they care about their power needs. So that's how we usually come to the table. Most office projects we may not be involved. We have some programs for our office users, like lighting rebates, and we have a new EV workplace charging station. A lot of the tech companies like that. It's kind of the cool, fun stuff right now.
Very cool. Well, I know SRP has a rich history. How old is SRP?
Really old. 1903 is when we started as a water company.
Wow.
Started bringing power about 1930. Most people know us by the water part of the business, or the power part of the business, which is the largest size part of the business for SRP. But the water people at the company remind us that we are a water company first, and then power.
Water and power. That's kind of two important things,
Very important thing.
especially in the desert.
Yes, I mean, one of the things when we go on a national level is to convey that we do have water in the valley. We are conservative with our water, and we understand that we have to plan appropriately and understand the usage of the water, but I think, are in a better situation than most people think. They think we're in a desert and that we have no water, and it's not quite the case, so
I know it's hilarious when I travel around the country. People go, "Oh, Arizona, you guys are running out of water, aren't you?" I always say, "Yeah. Really, you don't want to go. If you come, bring a canteen or something, because
you might not get any.
we don't need any more people on our freeways." Can you do?
I can't do anything with the freeways.
Okay, I'm just spitballing here. Here's a thought. How many? Raise your hand if you're an SRP customer. All right, now
Am I the only one not?
Yeah. Don't you think it would be a great idea, maybe if you guys built a like a SRP HOV lane? So you're now.
I'll take that back to management. I'll take that back to management. We're working with ADOT. We'll see what we can do.
You could just by your license plate, you could just like tape your bill from SRP. So that they know that you're qualified, and then you drive in the SRP lane.
Pretty fair. We can see what we do.
How am I not running this city?
Great idea. I'll let Chris Brady know. That might help.
Yeah. Do tell Chris Brady. He's familiar with my work. He signed my commitment papers, but that's a whole nother thing. Well, cool. So people out here, not only here physically, but watching today on TV, how can the prospective business reach out to SRP?
There's many ways, but so the economic development team, we actually have our own website. It's Power to Grow PHX, and we focus on kind of our message externally to national clients, and on there we have our contacts. So there's 3 of us on the team. Our email, our phone number, everything's on there. We want to make it easy for businesses to contact us. Another great way is through the city. The city calls us all the time, bringing us in to work with clients. So we work in partnership a lot. So that's another great avenue to contact us through.
Power to Grow. I like. See, snuck that in there, didn't you? Do the water side of the business, do they get upset about this?
A little bit, yeah, they actually do. So we're debating if we do like Power to Grow H2O. I don't know.
Power to Grow H2O, it rhymes.
We've been trying to figure it out.
Once again, I'm part of a think tank.
Yes, we're gonna bring consulting, right? We can do some consulting work for us.
I do consult work. We'll talk about my fee later. Well, you guys, thanks for being such a big supporter of Mesa Morning Live and also the Chamber. And thanks for helping the Valley grow and make this an even better place to live.
We like the sound of that, so we can do as best as we can. So.
That's perfect. Well, thanks for kicking off 2019. Big round of applause, Karla Moran.